All right, hey, what's up? Welcome to my channel, Storytime with the Queen. I am so glad that you've come back for another one of my videos. Before we get started, go ahead and hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, and the notification bell so you'll know whenever I'm dropping new videos. So you know that I really enjoy just jumping right in. So this video is about the first time that I went hiking with a group. So I am a very outdoorsy person. I'm the person that mows my own yard. I live on a corner lot, so I have a really large front yard, side, and my backyard is really large as well. And so I enjoy mowing it myself instead of, hiring someone else to do it, because it's kind of like my meditation time, my time to just kind of be one with nature. And so probably about a year ago, I started having a desire to take that even further. I wanted to get out and start doing some hiking, walking some trails. And so I asked my friends, I asked my man, and everybody was like, girl, we ain't going out in the woods. So I kind of left it alone because I did not want to go out there by myself. And so I just put it on the back burner, maybe one day I'll do it, but I'm not gonna go by myself. And then probably about 3 or 4 months ago, I really started wanting to pick it back up. Like, you know what? If they won't go with me, then I'll find someone else who will go with me. So then I started looking up different groups of people in my area who would hike and all that. And I found groups, but I just wanted to hike with people who looked like me, just to be a little bit more comfortable in the setting. And so couldn't find anybody. And then one day on YouTube, I saw an ad for Outdoor Afro. And Venus Williams was the person in the video that was talking about all the different chapters and how they're trying to develop these organizations around the country where Black people could go and, do hike and do archery and kayak, different things that we're not really known for doing. But it was more so just trying to get us out there. Not that it was specifically just for Black people for that group, but that we're trying to get more of us out there. So I looked it up and they had a chapter in my area. So I was like, ah! So I immediately signed up. It took me about 2 months after signing up before I actually went to my first hike with them. And so I think it's maybe been a month now. I met up with the group. We were going to hike the Trinity River, which is well known in Dallas, which is where I live. And it was probably about 16 of us that had signed up to go. But when we got there that morning, it was raining. So a lot of people dropped off because of the rain. There was no lightning, so that's why I still went, because I know as long as there's no thunder, we're good. So it was probably about 6 of us. When I got there, I took one of my friends. I asked all my friends if they wanted to go. I asked my man. Only had one person that was like, yeah, I'll go with you. So my friend went with me. She's actually from California, so they're used to hiking a lot in California. That's like the thing out there. So that was why she was down for it. So anyway, we get there and we were waiting to go, and then the group leader got a call and said there was one more couple that was coming, and they were pulling in probably about another 10 minutes. So we decided to wait for them. I'm not going to use names in this situation to protect folks, but it involves this couple. So it was a male and female couple that came, and I guess a heterosexual couple. And so they came up, everyone was introducing ourselves to each other. I was the newbie, my friend and I, but everybody else had met before and they'd hiked before. So we get started on our trail. And as we're walking, the group leader, she was like, you know what? Let's all, where's everybody from? She was like, are you guys originally from Texas, or where are you from? And so my friend was like, oh, I'm from California. Other people were saying where they were from. And so I said, I'm originally from Mississippi. So when I said that, I heard the guy, he was like, hey, what part of Mississippi are you from? So we started talking about that, and we were from the same place. And nobody else was there. I asked his girlfriend, I said, are you from Mississippi also? And she was like, no, I'm born and raised in Texas. I was like, oh, okay. So we keep walking. Like I said, we're in this group, and I'm walking further ahead with my friend, and the couple are like behind me. And so me and the guy are still talking. So we're not walking beside each other, but just talking. So we started talking about stuff that would be something that would be known to a native person from Mississippi. So we were talking like about hoghead cheese and deer hunting and the country life and growing up chasing chickens. And, we were talking about stuff like that. And I wasn't really thinking anything of it. So we kept on talking. We're walking around the trail. We're probably about 15 minutes in, still walking and talking about Mississippi only. And then the group leader says, normally what we do is we get in a circle when we get a little further out into the forest. We get in a circle and we like to just be grounded and talk about why we like to be outdoors and why we like to hike. And so we were like, cool. So we got further out, we got in a circle. She explained to us, again, what we needed to do. And she was like, who wants to go first? And I was like, I'll go. So I shared, why I wanted to join Outdoor Afro, what brought me here, which is pretty much what I shared at the beginning of the story, not having really anyone to go out and do things with me that were outdoorsy, and wanted to hike with people that looked like me also. So then my friend went next, and then the girl who was part of the couple, she went and she opened up with, well, I started doing this about a year ago when he and I started dating. Yes, we are dating. He and I, we're dating. We're a couple. And she looks at me and I'm like, what? So then the group leader she goes, yes, y'all, we don't want no trouble. And she said his name, but I'm not going to say his name. I'm going to make up a name. So she was like, yeah, Charles is off limits. So we don't want no drama on the trails. Charles is off limits. And so now at this point, Charles is looking down at the ground like, oh, this is something. And I said, I wasn't flirting. And I did assume that y'all were a couple. I was like, I don't, and I looked over at my girlfriend like, girl, what the kind of, and my friend's just like, So of course I tried to keep it cute, because this guy was not flirting with me. I was not flirting with him. We weren't walking side by side. We were talking about hog head cheese. Okay, hog head cheese, which is the most unsexiest thing in the world. Okay, especially when you think about you're eating it and what it is when you're eating it. So it was stuff like that. And she was really feeling threatened. So of course it changed the little mood of everything. It became awkward because now I'm trying to be very conscious of not offending her and all of that. And so, of course now me and Charles are not talking anymore. I went further ahead and they stand behind. And so we go through the whole thing or whatever. And we got to a certain point where, what was it? He said something. The guy said something. I don't remember what it was that he said, but I turned and looked over my shoulder and I spoke directly to him to answer kind of what he was saying. And at the same time, when we caught the glance at each other, we both turned around and like looking at the ground because we both like, damn, we ain't supposed to be talking, like, just very taboo. So me and my friend, we ended up, we had to leave early because we had reservations to meet some more friends for lunch on the other side of Dallas. So we did walk with them for about like an hour and a half through the trail. And then we left and they continued on the trail. So anyway, fast forward to the next day, the friend that was with me, we had decided, because we were like, oh man, it just felt so good to be outdoors. So we decided to go to the walk a regular trail near where we live in our town. And we were walking and we were talking about the experience the day before at Outdoor Afro. And I was like, girl was like really insecure and really tripping. I was like, I wasn't even coming at her man, but I said, you were there. I said, did I do or say anything that was inappropriate or made it seem like I was like flirting with him or anything? And she was like, no, neither one of you guys were inappropriate. She was like, she's just insecure. So this is me. I was like, I wasn't coming for him. I thought he was cute though. He was attractive, but I mean, you see attractive people all the time, as an adult, you don't lose your mind and, go hump a leg. I got something to hump over here already, so I'm good. But, I told my girlfriend, I said, we'll probably be seeing them again on some other events that they have with Outdoor Afro. And I said, I ain't got no beef with her. But I said, if she does keep coming for me and she kind of makes another little stance like that, I will take her man.